Okay, newsflash. Broadcasting live from Academia BSB. Today is June 6th, 2025.
And you've tuned into a special deep dive. We're pulling back the curtain, giving you an inside look at the English Conversations course.
Yes,
Specifically, we're reviewing the most recent class notes.
exactly. And this deep dive is really tailor-made, especially for our amazing students, Riley and Sophia. They are just powerhouse learners, aiming super high.
Yeah, for the best public universities in Brazil, or maybe even crossing the ocean for the Ivy League in the USA. Big goals.
Feud.
And the English Conversations course, well, it's all about sharpening those real-world communication skills.
Uh-huh.
It's designed to guide you, like
Yeah.
step by step, to that B1 level on the CEFRL framework.
Right, B1, but what does B1 really mean? Let's keep it super simple for everyone listening.
Good idea.
It basically means you can handle things. You get the main points when people speak clearly about everyday stuff. You can, get by in most situations when you travel. And this is key. You can talk about your own life, your experiences, your dreams, your plans, simply, but effectively.
And connect your ideas when you write, too.
Totally.
Exactly. And today, we're diving deep into your latest class notes, Riley and Sophia. Notes all about fashion and appearance.
Ooh, my favorite.
I know, right? We've totally titled this deep dive, Level Up Your Look, Fashion English for Future Leaders. Because, let's be honest, style is leadership.
Preach. It really is. It's not just about the clothes, is it? It's learning the language to describe yourself and others.
Spot on.
Yeah.
So we focused on vocabulary for describing looks, practice that tricky present perfect tense.
Oh, present perfect, but so important.
Definitely. And worked on building sentences that sound a bit more sophisticated, longer sentences.
Think of this as us, like walking you through your own study material. We'll break down each section. We'll keep the language clear, simple words, a nice slow pace, pauses, like your personal guides through the notes.
We want to make sure you really grasp these points completely, just like you're mastering them in class.
Ready to unpack this stylish lesson.
Absolutely. Let's start with the foundation. The new words you learned in this lesson.
Okay, the current class vocabulary.
Right. Your notes have quite the list. Let's maybe touch on some key ones, like coming of age party.
Ah, yes.
That's a big celebration, when someone reaches a certain age, like 15. A quinceañera is a great example in Latin cultures. Very iconic.
Totally. Then we have those action words for getting dressed. To put on. That means you place clothes on your body. Like you put on a fabulous dress.
Right.
But to try on, that's what you do before you buy something. Usually in a fitting room, right? You try on those jeans to see if they fit.
Crucial difference. And terms for places. Study room, that's where you hit the books. Neighborhood, the area around your house. Library full of books. And shopping mall. Well,
Paradise. For some of us, anyway. Speaking of paradise, and other descriptive words, like shape.
yeah. The shape of a skirt or your body shape.
And rich means having lots of money. Maybe someone who can buy all the clothes.
Maybe. And versatile. Oh, this is huge in fashion.
Oh, important.
You need something you can use in loads of different ways. White jeans. So versatile, apparently.
They are versatile. We'll get to that later.
Okay. A versatile piece is definitely a workhorse in any wardrobe. We also had terms for getting ready.
Your routine.
Exactly. To wake up, to take a shower, to brush my teeth, to comb your hair, to put makeup on. Your daily essentials, step by step.
And general actions, too. To eat, to have breakfast or lunch, to prepare something, to go somewhere, to study, obviously.
Can't forget that one.
To choose my outfit, the best part. To take photos, document the look, to post on social media. The modern life stuff.
It is, and for special occasions. Crown and gown. Think beauty pageants or those big parties.
Yes.
Speaking of which, beauty contest was on the list too.
And words to describe how things feel or look. Professional. Like a blazer makes an outfit look professional.
Absolutely.
And personality. Your unique character, which your clothes can totally show off.
Absolutely. Your notes also grouped vocabulary specifically for describing clothes from the reading activity.
Right, the categories.
Yeah, things for your upper body, like a turtleneck sweater or blazer. Lower body, like jeans or wide pants.
Footwear, like speakers. Accessories, like jewelry or a clutch.
And others, like a complete outfit or describing something as stylish. Mastering these words, it gives you the power to paint a picture with language. It's great.
Okay, now let's quickly look back. Review some vocabulary from a past class. These exercises really help lock those words in, don't they?
They really do. One exercise was filling in the blanks, using words from categories like geography, food, kitchen tools, actions, energy.
Right. The example was, I use a fork to eat salad.
So if the sentence was, they live in a small near the park, the answer is
Neighborhood.
great.
Because it's a place you live.
Thank
Part
you.
of geography.
Exactly. Or let's have 11 a.m.
Yeah.
That would be.
Brunch. That meal between breakfast and lunch. Food category. This exercise makes you think about the meaning and the category. It's super useful.
Uh-huh. Then there was matching clothing items with descriptions. Your notes show these pairs: blazer, formal jacket, vest jacket with no sleeve.
Hello, Mireille. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Okay, great. How was your week so far?
Well, it's good, it's good.
Good. It's good, good. Good, good. Okay. Okay, it's good, good. But what did you do? Did you do anything interesting? Did you do anything different? Did you review your class notes?
You don't send me the link of the last class?
Didn't I? Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. I will check here and I will send them to you. Okay. But what about the previous class, the one class before last?
Mm,
Mm.
I don't, I
Ah,
didn't have time to make the
ah,
the the homework, but I read the words and um
important.
have something about in this link.
Have something about what? Repeat, please.
Have the words, the homework, but have something more. I don't know what is.
There was a grammar exercise, right?
Yeah, I didn't have time to make, but after this class, I will make.
I hope so. But it's very important for me. Okay, I want you to be fluent very, very fast. And I know it's possible, but it depends 50% on me and 50% on you. Studying English is easy. The difficult part is becoming fluent. That's the tough part. And I'm here to help you with that, okay? Okay?
Okay, I meet you.
Okay, okay. Please open your camera. I can't see if you're sleeping or not. Are you sleeping? Are you in bed right now? Ah, no problem. No problem. You are eating. You can eat with me. You can have breakfast. What are you having for breakfast?
Mm, tapioca.
Tapioca. Very good. But just plain tapioca or tapioca with something else? With some topping? Cheese.
Yes, that topic, but I don't know the name in English.
What is it? Leite condensado?
No.
What's the name in
Um,
Portuguese?
it's requeijão and azeitona. I don't know the name in English.
Okay. Olives and requeijão. Okay. Very good. Cream cheese, like a cream cheese, right? And what are you drinking?
Cappuccino.
You're so chic. Mireille, I think your cappuccino will be much more delicious when you have this mug for you. Everything becomes much more delicious here. And I think your ballet dancing will be much better when you have this t-shirt. Do you think it's a good idea? Let me show.
Yeah.
Academia Camp. Okay. I don't know if you sent your address to my to the other phone. Did you? Okay.
Yes. To the other phone, not
Okay.
your.
So okay. Soon you will receive a t-shirt and a mug. Okay.
Okay.
That's very nice. Look, today we are talking about very important things, and it's no problem if you are eating. Okay. It's better you eat with me than totally miss the class. Today we're talking about important things. What? I don't know if you think it's important, okay? But let's see. Do you think men and women should have the same rights?
Yeah, they should have, but they didn't the same way.
They didn't, but now they have. Or they don't. Still don't have. I don't know.
In,
I'm not a
in
woman.
theory, in theory, they have.
In theory, okay. Can you explain more? Because Mireille, my mom lives far away. I don't have a wife. I don't have sisters. So the only women I talk to are my students, and you have to give me information because I'm just an heterotop, okay? And I don't know much about feminism. I don't know much about women's life. Can you give me some good information about it?
Well, in English, I will be very dumb, but I
No,
can
no.
try.
I'm here to help you, okay? Let's go.
In the law, um, their rights are the same, but in society, we have like very mm, what's the word?
Look,
Yes, yes. We have many inequality. It's like structural in
mm,
the society,
okay.
and
No, Mireille, I have uh, a superpower. My superpower is telepathy. Okay, I can capture what you're thinking about and I write down. You see, gender equality, there are many differences. Okay, I want to know more about it because I'm just a toxic man. Okay, I have toxic masculinity in my life. Okay, toxic masculinity. But I am in the process of deconstructing myself, constructing. And I need information from the women who are around me. Okay. So I am your English teacher, but about women's world, about women's life, about feminism, I need you to help me. First, do you think feminism is important?
I didn't hear your voice.
Do you think feminism, can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. No.
Yes, yes,
Do you think feminism is important?
yes.
Really? Oh my God, tell me why. Oh, ok, Mireille, vamos fazer uma pausa aqui para falar português, tá? Eu tenho que fazer o papel de ator aqui e incitar que você fale, mas não necessariamente eu acredito nos absurdos que eu estou te dizendo. Eu acredito que o feminismo é importante, eu acredito que nós temos que todos lutar por gender equality. Mas, para eu incitar a discussão, eu tenho que fazer o seguinte: olha só, tem uma expressão para isso em inglês. To play dumb. To play dumb is to pretend I am John without arms. Do you know who is John without arms? João sem braço. I pretend I'm John without arms, okay? I play dumb, and then we have a conversation. But, of course, feminism is important. Of course, gender equality is important. I just want you to tell me about it, okay? So tell me, Why feminism is important in our society?
Well, many people think about feminism in different ways. Like, feminism is one thing for one guy and other things to other guy. But thinking about gender equality, feminism is zero. Like zero is zero.
General?
No, like
Okay, broad.
broad. It's broad about gender equality, but have there other specific things, like people think different about these things. But about gender equality is very important because like in the job, women have different treatment. Is treatment
Yes, they treat it differently. Mhm.
like I saw in the journal like
Wait, just a moment. A journal and the news is something different, okay? A journal is a diary you write about yourself. The news
oh
is something different.
news. I saw the news. Um, many many women's many women's
One man, two men. One woman, two women. Many women.
women. How I write this?
Okay. The question is, how do you spell? Man, singular, plural, man. Woman, singular, plural, women.
Women. Mm. Many women are I don't know this word in English, like despedida.
Despedida. Okay. From work.
Yes.
Wait, because in Portuguese there are two despedidas, okay? When you say
Yeah, yes.
bye-bye, okay, that is a farewell. Farewell. Okay? And when you are fired to be
Mm.
fired. Okay?
Okay. So many women are farewell after
Oh,
she will be pregnant.
okay. In
Um,
case many women are fired when their bosses figure out, discover, realize they are pregnant, to be pregnant. I have a question, Mireille. Do you want to be pregnant one day?
I don't know. I I like the idea, but I don't know if I will have time because my future work is very difficult.
Busy, very
Like
busy.
probably I will travel um many times in a year, and I don't know if I will have time to care with, of a
Oh,
baby. So
okay, Mireille, if you have a baby, you have to take care of the baby. If you can take care of the baby and say, Paulo, I need your help, and I will be your babysitter for free, okay? But please don't leave the baby at home alone. So you will probably be pregnant one day, but you don't know about it. Are you pregnant now?
no,
Oh my God, thank you very much. And your mom, was she pregnant 18 years ago? 16 years ago?
17,
17. Okay,
17 and 31 years ago. Because I have a
long
brother.
time ago, long time ago. Quando eu faço uma pergunta para você e essa pergunta parece muito estranha, não fique achando que eu enlouqueci completamente, porque a loucura já faz parte da minha vida. É porque tem alguma coisa da gramática ou da pronúncia que eu tô querendo trabalhar ali. O que eu quis mostrar para você com perguntando, are you pregnant? Não é porque eu acho e não é, não. Olha, ai, não vou mais voltar para essa aula. O teacher me falou um absurdo hoje. Ele perguntou se eu tô grávida, amiga. Você acredita? Eu tô com cara de grávida? Será que eu engordei? Não, Mireille. É que eu tô querendo mostrar para você que aqui eu tenho um verbo composto. E o verbo composto, a conjugação vem na primeira parte. Are you? Were you? Will you be? Ok? Então fica tranquila, você continua linda, continua sem pregnancy na sua vida e vamos em frente. So, you were talking about being pregnant. Some women get pregnant, okay? And they are fired from work because they are pregnant. Why does that happen?
Many
Employers
employers, many employers have to follow the laws,
to follow the law.
but so they need to give to women the license, maternity license. I don't know the name, but after this,
Maternity leave.
maternity leave. License is to drive.
No, but you can say a license in those cases too, but a driver's license is different from maternity leave. Okay?
Okay. And after this maternity leave, they
fire.
Yes, because they persevere.
They realize
that woman want to be a mom, and maybe she will be pregnant get pregnant in the future. So many employers realize that and fired the women.
Okay, but look, if I have a business, I should do whatever I want with my business. Shouldn't they be allowed to fire? Mirelle, novamente vou fazer uma pausa, não é porque eu acredito nisso não, é só porque eu quero discutir com você, ok? So, I have a business, and I have a freedom to do whatever I want in my business. Why should the government intervene in my business? Why? The business is mine, I fire and I hire whenever I want. No?
I don't understand.
Look, I have a business, okay? AcademiaBSB. And I will hire a teacher, okay? Hire is the opposite of fire, okay? To hire and to fire. When you hire someone, the person starts working with you. When you fire, the person stops. And then the girl gets pregnant and she's not coming to work. I just fire her. No? Why can't it? If the business is my business, why can't I fire the person when I want? Why?
Because the government have laws to the employers needs to follow, but like the maternity leave. But after that, the employers can give other excuse to fire the woman.
Okay. I understand that. But I'm asking, why is that a problem? We live in a free country. There are the rules of the free market, okay? I built my business. Why should the government intervene in my business? No, Paulo, you can't do that. Why? Because we have a free market. The company is mine. I build my business. Why is it important? Mirelle, I'm just inciting the conversation, okay? I don't believe this. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. If I have a business, why should the government intervene in my business?
Because the government don't is not the chefs, not don't give the money, don't is like private. So the government don't have this necessity to interview.
Okay, but look, if there is a law and this law affects my job, my work, my business, it is making an intervention. I believe in the free market. So, in my opinion, the government shouldn't have a law for maternity leave. Okay? And you say, Paulo, maternity leave is important. And I say, we don't live in communism, in a communist country. So the government shouldn't say what I should do or should not do. Why is it important to protect certain rights? For example, women's rights. Why is it important to protect that? It's a difficult question, I know.
Because if the government don't protect these rights, the gender inequality will be more.
It will be bigger. It will be worse.
Bigger.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Look, Mireille, I agree with you, and I just want to have a discussion and to teach you things that in Portuguese are easy for you to speak, but in English, they may be difficult. For example, maternity leave, we should protect women. What about protect poor employees? Where is the word employee here? Employee. The employer is the business. The employee is the person. Why should the government protect employees with labor laws? Do you know what is the CLT in Brazil? The CLT
Yeah.
is a compilation of labor laws, laws of the workers, okay? Why should we have labor laws in Brazil? Because the free market works, it's capitalism. I do whatever I want in my business and I don't care. Why should we have labor laws?
What? Why
Why?
we women?
No, everybody. Because maternity leave is just for women, right? But
Yes.
labor law is for all the employees. It's the law, the regulation of the workers. Why is that important? Is it important?
It's very important because the trabalhadores, how I say that?
The workers, the
Um,
employees.
the workers need to the laws because in the past the employee they should um can
They could,
many could many like more time like 12 hours working
okay, so
and like um we didn't have uh like
a limit.
a limit of money, a little limit to money
Okay,
to
for that.
receive.
A minimum wage, minimum wage. A wage is a salary, okay?
Okay.
So look, what you are saying is in the past, the employers used to exploit the employees, is to take their skin out and to make them work 12 hours. They didn't have laws to protect them. So it is important to have labor laws or regulations of the workers because this way we avoid exploitation, okay? Exploitation. Very good. So we talked about labor law, we talked about gender equality, and now, Mireille, I want to talk to you about human rights. What are human rights and why are they important? Are they important? Why?
um the human rights are like are human rights. How I explain this?
They are rights of the humans, human rights, rights of the humans. So every person should be respected. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you think we should make a difference if the person is tall or short?
What? I don't understand.
If the person is tall or short, the person should have rights. If the person is fat or thin, the person should have rights. If it's a man or a woman, it should have rights, right? The person should have rights. If the person is from the northeast region of Brazil, or if the person is from the center, the Midwest. You are from the Midwest, right? Centro-Oeste?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody in Brazil, in the world, should have rights. And this basic right, these minimum rights, the minimum necessary to have a healthy life are called human rights. But in the past, we didn't have human rights. The human rights we have today, they come from many different things. First, the French Revolution, the independence of the United States, and 2 world wars. What can you tell me about the world wars?
Uh,
You study
um,
that, right? You study that.
I
What can you tell me?
didn't became this subject yet. I don't
Ah,
study,
okay, okay, okay.
but I remember a little bit of school. But
But
is
you know something about Nazism, right?
yes,
Okay, so you let me see, feminism, Nazism. You know something about communism.
yes,
You know something about capitalism.
yes,
So the human rights we have today, they come from a heritage. They are a heritage. They are something that comes from the French Revolution. Before the French Revolution, the kings believed they had rights that were given to them by God. Oh, God chose me to be a king. God chose me, my family, to rule over France. But then this guy decided, why they have lots of money and food and we are poor? Why? They have everything and we are dying. Let's chop off their head with the guillotine, right? The story is much more complicated than that, right? But they decided from now on, everybody should have basic rights. From now on, there should be a constitution. Mireille, do you think a constitution is important?
yeah, sure. It's
You
very
sure?
important.
I don't know. Why? Tell me why.
Because without the constitution,
Constitution,
cons-
constitution.
constitution, the human can make can do anything that they want, and with a constitution, they have laws and but it's not this word exists punishment
Punishment.
punishments if they don't allow this constitution.
If they don't follow the constitution. So we have human rights. Then we have the constitution. And then we have specific laws, labor laws, gender equality laws. Let me see, other laws. Laws to protect people with disabilities. Disabilities. What is a person with a disability? A person who can't hear is a deaf person. A person who can't speak is mute. A person who can't walk is probably using a wheelchair. Okay? A wheelchair. So, do you think we should protect people with disabilities? They need special protection or just the Constitution is enough?
No, they need special protections.
Okay, very good. Look, the protections we have today, they didn't happen overnight. They didn't happen from one day to the other. It's a historical construction. It's something that was done step by step by our society. Each society has different laws, but after the Second World War, we agreed that human rights are important to everyone. And there are some people who were really pivotal, were really important, pivotal. They were really remarkable in that process. For example, talking about feminism, have you ever heard about a girl called Frida Kahlo?
Yes.
What can you tell me about her?
She was an artist.
Okay.
She painted many. It's Canva. It's not Canva.
Many she made many drawings, many paintings.
Yeah, and she was very important to woman in the art,
Okay.
because before she exists, the men's are the just men's can't paint.
Paint. Okay. So look, Frida Kahlo was an important woman, and she was important for art, and she was also important for feminism because she fought for women's rights, right? Can you think about another woman that was really important?
Um, like Marie Curie, because
Yeah.
she was the first scientist, woman scientist, and she discovered many things about objects, radio. What I say that? High radio. No, I don't know the name.
Radiotherapy? No?
Something like that. Substance who make bad for our organism, like things radio radio. I don't know.
Radioactive. Radioactive.
Radioactive.
Yeah. Okay, so look, she was a scientist and she was very important. But look, Frida Kahlo and Marie Curie, they're very old, okay? Can you tell me a more modern woman, a woman of our time that is important for women's rights?
Oh,
Your mom? No?
maybe.
Maybe. Is your mom feminist?
Yes, she
Okay.
is.
Okay, very good.
You know the Greta Gerwig? You know the
Greta Gerwig? No, I don't know
is
this.
a director, movie director.
Movie
He
director?
she made Barbie.
Oh, really?
She made many movies who talk about feminism.
Okay, that's really important. Look, we have here a text about Frida Kahlo, okay? What are we going to do? Together, we read the first two paragraphs, okay? And later you read the rest of the text, okay? But first, you read it for yourself, and later you read it for me so I can check your pronunciation, okay? Read it for yourself first, and later you read it for me. If you have questions about the vocabulary, you may ask.
It's just this
Yes,
part.
part.
Mm.
Do you have questions about the vocabulary?
She had polio. Polio is the what the name you
It's
said
a
about?
it's a disease, okay? It's a health problem.
Yes. What is this? I don't have
Question.
questions.
Okay, so please read it for me. Magdalena.
Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Calderón was
Okay.
Mexican artist who later became famous for her paintings and an icon of modern feminism. Frida was born in 1907
Wait,
in
1907.
1907 in a neighborhood called Coyoacan in Mexico City, Mexico.
Just a
She
moment.
had
Neighborhood.
neighborhood. She had polio when she was a child, and when she was 18, she suffered a bus accident. She broke many of her bones, including her ribs and spine. The doctor recommended her to stay in bed for many months.
Okay. Months. Many months.
Months.
Okay, very good. Your reading is excellent. Your pronunciation is perfect. Now, we talked a lot about women today. Let's talk about a man that was important for our society, okay? He's not from Brazil, but he was very important to fight for human rights and for peace. Can you imagine who this guy is? A man who fought for peace and human rights, and he's not from Brazil.
What? Your question?
We are going to watch a video, okay? And this
Okay.
video is about a guy who defended human rights, a guy who defended peace. Can you guess who he is? It's not Lula and it's not Bolsonaro, okay? It's an important guy in human history. It's an important guy in human history.
He is Indian?
Assim não tem graça. Yes, he is.
So okay. But I don't know the
What's
name.
his
But
name?
it's
What's his name?
eh, I don't know
Let's
if
see.
it's this name.
In 1931, Mohandas Gandhi declared, "If India gains her freedom through truth and non-violence, I feel convinced it will be the largest contribution of the age to the peace of the world."
At that moment,
This guy,
Gandhi
Mireli, you
stood
thought
before
about?
the world as the revolutionary and spiritual leader of the Indian people. "16 years later, India was free. Today, Gandhi's revered as the most important Indian of all time. So why is he remembered as the father of the nation?
In September 19...
So, Mireli, what do you know about this guy here? Gandhi.
I don't know much things, but I know he was a propagator. Is this exist?
Okay.
A peace propagator,
Okay.
and he was very important to India peace.
Okay. And he was responsible, one of the people responsible for India's independence. But India became independence from who? From which country? Did
England.
India become from the United Kingdom? okay? And still to this day, there is a very big influence, British influence in India. But he was able to protect his country's identity. Of course, there were some problems. He's not perfect, but he is a very important figure in his country's history. Can you think about an important figure, man or woman or transgender, in Brazil's history?
Hmm. Uh, well, I know many people, but when you say that, I don't remember anything, any people. But
Okay,
um,
in our history, there were also many important people, and they are part of our story. Some of them made some bad things also, but we can't simply say they didn't exist. They existed. They committed mistakes, but they also did good things. History, we should look at history with nuances, okay? It's not everything good or everything bad. It's not left wing and right wing. It's not Lula and Bolsonaro. History is much more nuanced, and we should look at it to realize where we want to go in the future. If we don't know our history, it's difficult to manage our current situation, and it's difficult to plan what will come for us in the future. So let's study about the story of India. Sorry, let's study India's history, and later we will discuss some ideas about it, okay?
In September 1931, Mohandas Gandhi, aged 61, arrived in England. His mission? To win India's freedom from the empire.
Gandhi had spent most of his life fighting for the rights of Indians. In time, he became the figurehead of the battle to free India from colonial domination. His crowning moment came as he led 70,000 of his countrymen in a non-violent protest against the punitive tax on Indians collecting their own salt. The violent British clampdown that followed brought international outrage, but also international acclaim for Gandhi. The man in the loincloth had shattered the moral authority of a superpower.
Mirele, there are many new words here, right? Loincloth, shattered. What you
yeah,
should do is always write down on a piece of paper, okay? We have the academic sheet that we use during our classes. But if you have a notebook, it's important so you can expand your vocabulary. Always learning new words. Let's keep going.
Finally, Britain was listening to Gandhi, and he was invited to London to take part in the Round Table Conference on India's future. At last, he was in the capital of the empire, poised to bring freedom one step closer.
It was the opportunity India had been waiting for. The hopes of a nation rested on Gandhi's shoulders. Gandhi's understated manner carried overwhelming power.
New words here, Mirele? Okay.
It was how he intended to bring down the empire. Many who met him couldn't help but be impressed.
That's a picture of me in 1931, the year I met him.
One of these was a 6-year-old boy called Tony Benn.
What do you think the appeal of Gandhi was at the time?
The modesty of his life style was one of the things that made such a big impression. He didn't see anything for himself in it, but he tried to inspire other people to do what had to be done, and that's why I think he made such an impact.
The gate of freedom is open in India. Lord Louis Mountbatten, last Viceroy of India, arrives to take part in the official end of British rule.
On August the 15th, 1947, India's leaders finally gained the power to govern their own land. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister. India was free at last. It was Gandhi who had first galvanized the nation. Gandhi who had brought India's cause to international attention. And so, at the moment of independence, Gandhi was held up as the man responsible.
Okay, Miri, do you think this video is interesting?
Yes.
Okay, it's very important. We watched it now. What I want you to do, I want you to write a summary of this video. Please don't look up on Wikipedia. I want your understanding from the video, okay? Because there are new words, but the video is not very complex and it's not very fast. So you should write down your perception, and in your conclusion, you tell me if you think he's important or not, and how he inspired other people, how his actions are still relevant today. Okay?
Can you send me the link of this video too? I will watch.
Of course, I will send you. And this was our class. Did you enjoy today?
Yes.
Okay, so I will prepare our class notes and I will send them later. And next class, we'll keep on discussing what we have to do. Do you have a question?
No. Can you send me the link of the last class too?
Of course. I will send first. I'll send you this video, and later I will send you the class notes links. Okay? I hope you enjoyed today. I gotta go because I have another class. And see you later, or alligator.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye, butterfly.